Welcome to this explainer. Today, we're diving into the rigorous, totally data-driven world of true eco-design. We're going to look way past the marketing buzzwords and explore how everyday objects are actually made sustainably and how science is literally reshaping the entire manufacturing world. I want you to just take a moment and look around you. Actually, maybe look at the very office chair you're sitting in right now. Is its design truly green, or is it just wearing a green disguise? You see, every single year, millions of tons of office furniture just end up in landfills. We see tons of products claiming to be eco-friendly just because they use a bit of recycled plastic. But honestly, true sustainability runs so much deeper than that. So here's our roadmap for today. Number 1, the myth of simple sustainability. 2, why specialization is key. 3, step 1, life cycle assessment. 4, step 2, prioritizing interventions. 5, step 3, participatory guidelines. And finally, 6, the blueprint for other industries.
Section 1, the myth of simple sustainability.
Okay, so there is a massive misconception in the design world. It's this idea that sustainability just means swapping in some recycled wood or plastic and calling it a day. But as research by Lillian Eaton Chavez at the Politecnico di Milano proves, we actually have to zoom way out. You have to audit the entire life cycle. I'm talking from extracting the raw materials to the manufacturing floor to distribution, all the way to the day it's finally thrown out. Section 2, why specialization is key. Think of generic eco-design kind of like a baggy, one-size-fits-all t-shirt. I mean, it covers you, sure, but it's pretty inefficient. Sector-specific design, on the other hand, that is a perfectly tailored suit. Because every single product has unique raw materials and production processes, taking a tailored approach seriously increases precision, it speeds up implementation, and crucially, it lowers costs. And let's be real, that cost reduction is the ultimate incentive for companies to actually go green. Now, in her research, Chavis noticed a pretty significant gap in this tailored approach. She specifically identified a major lack of data and specialized tools to support designers working within the Brazilian cereal furniture industry. Like, these designers really wanted to make better choices, but they were essentially flying blind when it came to planning products with actual integrated environmental requirements. So, to solve this exact problem, the researchers developed a really rigorous 3-step methodology. And this isn't just some abstract theory. It's a completely practical framework designed to pinpoint the exact design decisions that have the absolute highest potential for sustainability. Let's walk through exactly how these 3 steps work. Section 3. Step 1. Life cycle assessment. So an LCA, or life cycle assessment, is essentially a massive, deep dive quantitative audit. It measures a product's environmental footprint across every single phase of its existence. It's this established academic discipline that basically forces a designer to look at pre-production, manufacturing, distribution, use, and disposal. It leaves literally no stone unturned when calculating exactly how much a single product takes from and puts back into the environment. Conducting this audit takes 5 distinct steps: establishing the purpose, defining the life cycle, quantifying the materials, filling in the data, and finally, interpreting the results. For the furniture industry, they actually used a specialized web software called Everty to handle this massive pool of data. But as you can imagine, collecting the data is really only half the battle. Because the problem is, raw data on things like greenhouse gases or acidification is notoriously dense. I mean, designers aren't chemists, right? So to fix this, the researchers used a weighing method called Eco-Indicator 95. Think of it as a translator. It converts all those insanely complex environmental metrics into just one incredibly accessible score for total environmental impact. Section 4, Step 2, Prioritizing Interventions. Right, so now that we've assessed the damage, we transition directly out of the LCA phase and move into utilizing Environmental Design Priorities Indicators, affectionately known as EDPI. Simply put, EDPI acts as a mathematical decision-making aid. It uses specific formulas to compute and compare the potential improvements of different choices. It effectively bridges the gap, right? It links the harsh reality of the life cycle assessment directly to practical life cycle design strategies. It helps designers pinpoint exactly which interventions are going to give them the biggest environmental bang for their buck. And depending on the product, these EDPI formulas show designers exactly where to aim their efforts. Instead of just guessing, they use math to decide. Like, is it better to focus on reducing energy consumption or extending the material life through recycling? Should they prioritize non-toxic materials or maybe just design the chair so it's incredibly easy to take apart later? It completely removes the guesswork. Section 5, Step 3, Participatory Guidelines. Which brings us to the third and final step of the methodology, the creation of concrete guidelines through participatory research. This is where the theory actually becomes daily practice. Instead of just dictating these academic rules from an ivory tower, the researchers knew they needed actual buy-in. So they hosted a dedicated workshop with real furniture sector specialists. This is what's known as participatory action research. Basically, the designers and specialists collaboratively reflected on their own contexts, they tweaked the general guidelines, and they actively transformed these broad theories into specific, highly applicable rules for their own daily work. The tangible result of this workshop, a highly tailored handbook. And thankfully, it wasn't some dense, unreadable academic paper. It was a completely functional everyday booklet, filled with concrete design solutions, easy-to-read tables and graphs. It was designed specifically to just sit right there on a designer's desk and seamlessly guide their daily decisions toward the absolute best sustainable choices.
Section 6, Blueprint for Other Industries. Now, while this specific handbook and the data they collected were custom-tailored to address the unique problems of the Brazilian cereal furniture industry, the real beauty of this research is its scalability. This entire three-step methodology, the LCA, the EDPI formulas, and those participatory workshops, it's all highly adaptable. It serves as an incredibly effective blueprint that can literally be deployed in essentially any manufacturing sector globally to create those same precise, cost-saving, and eco-friendly tools. Which leaves us with a truly fascinating question to close out this explainer. If we can apply this intense level of rigorous, tailored precision to drastically reduce the footprint of a simple office chair, what other everyday objects around you are just waiting for their own sustainable revolution? The blueprint is out there. Now it's just about applying it. Thank you so much for joining me as we unpacked this incredible methodology. I really hope this gives you a whole new perspective on what it actually takes to design for true sustainability.